All right, we will take that, even though it came out in a weird way. So this is the Six of Wands, and to me, this is a celebration card. This is talking a lot about taking ownership for things that you've completed in your life and not being like shameful or bashful or whatever for the good things that you've done. You know, we will allow ourselves to feel shame or to feel like crap if we screwed the least little thing up, right? But how often are we willing to say, yes, I deserve an applause, if you will. I deserve a pat on the back. Like, I did a really good thing, or I completed this, you know, very difficult thing, or however that's playing in your life. And not only from other people, but from yourself. Do you reward yourself? Do you congratulate yourself? Are you willing to pat yourself on the back and take ownership of the good that you've done or the things you've completed? So let's pull another card for your mental space. I guess we're taking those two. We have the Knight of Wands, which has came out over and over and over again today. Must be a lot of his energy the end of this month. And the Six of Swords. So mentally, you could be really working towards changing a course of action. The Knight of Wands is passionate and ready to get out there and get stuff done. He's excited. He's willing to take a risk. He's that kind of strong energy, or this could actually be a fire sign that's on your mind. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Someone with some fiery personality who's got a passion or excitement for life that really grabs your attention. However that energy is playing out, whether it's you or someone else. Coming with this Six of Swords which is another 6, is a movement card. This is moving away from thought processes, ideas, or things that aren't serving you, that aren't treating you well. This is, it's time to go get on that ship and make some moves. I'm not doing that thing that I used to do in the way I used to do it anymore. So this may very well be you getting excited to make some changes, and maybe that's why you need to congratulate yourself, because it's time to make some moves and you've come to that place where you have made that conscious decision, or you're starting to put in that work, or however that's playing, and you should reward yourself, congratulate yourself on that willingness to encompass those kinds of energies, to make changes and take some ownership of direction in your life. Let's pull a card for your mental space. Or sorry, physical space. The last two were mental space. And we have the King of Swords. So definitely being very decisive about this. I see physically this card is making very quick, decisive actions, being very logical, not letting emotion and that kind of thing get in the way of being, this is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm not going to do. I could say it 10 more times in 10 more ways, but I think you get the point. This is a very strong, masculine, assertive, knowing kind of energy. So again, taking control of their direction in your life, being willing to put in the effort and to stand up and say, okay, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. And this is how I'm going to do it. And you do need to congratulate yourself on that kind of energy, because sometimes we just keep doing the same things over and over and over again, and we don't really get anywhere. So Virgo, pat yourself on the back, congratulate yourself so far, and then keep it moving, right? And let's see, what card are we going to take next? We're going to take a card for your emotional space. I know most of you won't care, but I'm absolutely loving how my fingernails color is going. with this deck. I didn't do it on purpose, but I think I'm in love. All right. Emotional space. And the Ten of Swords. So were you done with something? Like Enzo emotionally? Like, okay. And that's why you've been able to encompass these energies to move your rear end out of there, right? Had to come to this. It had to come to the end. It had to be so done that there was no other choice. Virgo? That's tough. That's a tough one to see coming up, especially in emotional space. But it makes it very easy to understand why there would be a lot of movement away from things that don't serve you anymore and that aren't healthy for you anymore in your mental space, because you've come to the end of this. Not doing that anymore, right? You're going to take better care of yourself and not allow yourself or others to treat you in ways that you don't want to be treated anymore. I might go back into that in a second, but that's like a really sensitive one in these general readings. It's sometimes really hard to find the right words that, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting really into somebody's personal life, and even though it's not like you all are sitting together knowing who's hurting and who's going through hardships or whatever, I just feel like in a general open forum, it's kind of weird to get really super personal when I don't know. Anyway, let's pull one for spiritual space. I'm not taking all of those. I can't shuffle. I guess I'm taking those too. All right, Virgo. This is a card of self-limitation, and this is a card of reevaluating, cleaning up some old stuff, and taking a hard look about where you put your time and your energy in your physical world, and kind of a reevaluation. So spiritually, you know, if you have been in this kind of relationship that just really beat you down, and this does not have to be necessarily a significant other. This could be a work relationship, friendship, whatever this is, whatever emotional, this could even be a parent or a sibling. I mean, whoever this emotional thing was with, that, and if this wasn't done to you, did you do this to somebody else? Kind of, you know, it's like death by 1,000 cuts is what I'm kind of seeing this as, these little tiny like snips until you've cut someone down to where they're just not, it's not there anymore. So emotionally, if you're feeling that way, I would imagine that spiritually, so we have the 6 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords. This is a lot of self-talk stuff. This is a lot of in your head stuff. This is a lot of thought processes and those types of things happening. And she is very limited. The more she struggles, the more she gets caught in her web. Although there's 8 swords there, she could cut herself down with. You know, it's what do you think about yourself? What kind of limitations do you put on yourself, kind of thing. In this card, this person went out and planted all these seeds and then didn't necessarily take care of them the best. Some of them are still in good condition. Some of them have started to turn, so they're trying to reevaluate what they have to do, what kind of work they put in. This is a you reap what you sow kind of card. Coming out spiritually, you might feel like your spirit, your soul, whatever, is in definite need of some reevaluation, and it's kind of time to pick these up, dust them off, clean them up, hang them on the wall, kind of, all right, I'm good. I just got to get my stuff together and I have to reevaluate. If you're in this energy physically, you know that you can make these movements, that you're not stuck in that web anymore, but it takes time to kind of train your brain to change your thought processes and get things moving. You are really excited. These are some big energies coming through. I hope you're able to hold on to them so you can continue this progression and just reevaluate where you are, learn to love yourself again, pick up these old pieces of you that you may have lost through whatever this is that hurt you emotionally, and celebrate yourself for who you are and what you have created and what you can and bring back about yourself and take control over those things again. So I know this is a little bit of a hard reading, Virgo, but you know, that's how I roll.